I'm Rich Carville, talking with Matt Huckabee, who is the coach for Red Wolves Rugby here at Arkansas State University. You guys are headed to California.
We are, Santa Barbara, California. Made it to the first round of the Sweet 16 tournament for the national championship.
This is the top 16 teams in the
country.
United States.
That's right, Division I.
Division I.
That's us.
Rugby.
Yep.
That's the top division.
That's right. That's right. And we made it. This is our. We turned D1 3 years ago now, and we've made the Sweet 16 since we've turned D1. The first year we lost our first game and got knocked out of the tournament, but won our second consolation match that will determine how you end up seeding wise. You know, probably your 10 through 16 in the country at the end of the year. Last year we won our first game, beat a very good Navy team, and lost to the eventual national champions, BYU. And this year we're hoping to win our first 2 games and make it to the Final Four, but we've got a tough chore ahead of us with St. Mary's.
Okay, we're going in ranked 6th among these 16 teams.
Well,
right?
Yes, we got a 6th seed for for USA Rugby. We're ranked number 4 in one poll and number 5 in another poll as far
nationwide.
as nationwide, right.
Well, St. Mary's, what about St. Mary's?
They're right there with us. Some polls have them ahead of us at 4 and us at 5, and some have us at
the other way around.
Yeah, the other way around. So, and they're referring to our pool, of course, as a death pool because San Diego State is ranked number 3 in all pools. So you got 3, 4, and 5 all playing for one spot to advance to the Final Four. And St. Mary's is a well-coached, well-run program. And
West Coast and East Coast are hotbeds for rugby in this country.
That's right.
And so you see a lot of California teams and that sort of thing.
A lot of California teams, especially in the Pacific, which is central to NorCal area.
Yeah.
You know, Cal Berkeley probably being the best traditional rugby school. I think out of the last 20 national championships, they've won 18 of them, being upset by BYU last year and Air Force, I think, in 2004. But they've won all the rest. So they're kind of the standard. If you ever want to take out a measuring stick and see where you are with college rugby, you play Cal. So, and hopefully we get that chance this year.
Arkansas State has traditionally had, over the years, a very strong, very powerful rugby team. Probably one of the strongest in the South, in the Southern region. And so we go off then and challenge the California schools and the East Coast schools. That's a tough.
It is, and you know, we used to fly under the radar in these West Coast schools.
They know about us now.
Yeah, that's it. You know, they would say, "Oh, it's just Arkansas State," and they'd look past us, and so we'd get to sneak up on them. We play some pretty good rugby, and we play a West Coast style of offense. You think of football, where you pass the ball around and really spread out the offense and get the defense scrambling. That's the kind of rugby we like to play. And but I'm afraid my dad has ruined that element of surprise for me this year, and he's had so much success that I think they watch out for ASU now.
We are on the radar screen.
Absolutely, yeah. Which is good. It's time we be.
How have crowds been at local rugby?
Tremendous this year. We didn't have a lot of home games because of the schedule, but I tell you what, I was overwhelmed by some of the support at both home games this year. We had a great crowd. And they're catching on to the rules of rugby. You know, that new scoreboard helps, and they're really catching on, and it's the crowd's getting bigger and bigger. I tell you now, we need to get some more stands out there to accommodate it, but I'm going to work on that.
A lot of people bring their chairs and
That's right.
sit and a blanket and put it on the ground.
Yeah, I've actually seen a grill every once in a while out there, you know, and. Yeah, it's a good vibe at a rugby game. It's a special.
Also at the Dartmouth game, the Arkansas State ROTC actually presented the colors. You had the national anthem. Boy, it was.
That's
really
right. Yeah, that's
uptown.
It helps having an assistant coach that's in ROTC and that's familiar with those guys. But Aaron Church did a very good job organizing that, and I can't thank the ROTC program enough for accommodating that. It was really neat.
One of the places where folks can get information about ASU Rugby is the website. There's actually a rugby website.
There are, and the easiest way to make it to our rugby website is to simply Google search Arkansas State Rugby, and it'll be the first hit there.
It comes up.
It does, and it'll tell you, I try to post on something called Coach's Corner, which are my thoughts of the game. Any relevant information for upcoming games, where the hotels, where it's being played, directions, and then there's always articles about any volunteer work we do, or just a game breakdown of what happened, a match report.
So check that out.
Yes, please.
Matt,
yep.
It has been a pleasure to talk
pleasure's
with you.
mine. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
ASU Rugby, thanks for watching.
Good job, boys.
Good job, boys. Who's holding my hand?
I am.
It's nice and soft.
Stand 3, 1, 2, 3, 6!